Welcome to Question and Answer on Interdependence of Living Things. Let's learn with MG through stories, poems, and learning magic. Get ready to explore how living things depend on each other. Multiple choice question 1. Afforestation is A. Planting trees in a new area. B. Planting new trees in place of cut down trees. C. Cutting down of forests. D. Migrating from forests to cities. The correct answer is A. Planting trees in a new area. Multiple choice question 2. Which of the following is the result of deforestation? A. Increase in the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. B. Increase in the number of animals and birds. C. Tribals moving to cities. D. Sufficient rainfall. The correct answer is C. Tribals moving to cities. Multiple choice question 3. Which of the following is a decomposer? A. Lion. B. Rabbit. C. Mice. D. Earthworm. The correct answer is D. Earthworm. Multiple choice question 4. Cutting down or removal of trees without replacing them is called A. Deforestation. B. Afforestation. C. Reforestation. D. Migration. The correct answer is A. Deforestation. Multiple choice question 5. Identify the given statements as true or false. Statement 1. Earthworm castings are a valuable type of fertilizer. Statement 2. Plants maintain the oxygen and carbon dioxide cycle in nature. A. Statement 1 is true and Statement 2 is false. B. Statement 1 is false and Statement 2 is true. C. Both statements are true. D. Both statements are false. The correct answer is C. Both statements are true. Fill in the blanks. Organisms that feed on grass and green plants are called herbivores. If the number of deer in a forest is reduced, the number of tigers will decrease. Plants take in carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Planting new trees in forests in place of cut down trees is called reforestation. Animals release carbon dioxide during respiration and breathe in oxygen gas. The Chipko movement occurred in the year 1973. When several food chains in nature are connected to each other, they form a network called a food web or food chain. Fill in the blanks. A forest is a large area of land covered with trees, herbs, and shrubs. Animal waste is used as fertilizer as it provides the nutrients that help plants to grow. Apart from human beings, animals and birds are also forest dwellers. Cow dung is used as fertilizer. Forest fires are fires that start suddenly in forests and burn down a lot of areas. The roots of trees firmly hold the soil in place, therefore preventing soil erosion. True or false? Create wildlife and natural parks to conserve wildlife. True. Herbivores do not depend on plants for food. False. Forest fires lead to deforestation. True. Clearing of forests improves the life of tribal people. False. Plants depend on animals for pollination. True. Cow dung is used as fertilizer. True. Conservation of forests will help to prevent soil erosion. True. True or false? Aloe vera and neem are medicinal plants. True. Goats feed on plants, hence they are herbivores. True. The Chipko movement happened in the year 1973, led by Gauradevi. True. Jackal is a herbivore. False. Energy in the food chain flows from producers, like plants, to consumers and finally to decomposers. True. Deforestation protects wildlife. False. Name the following. Organisms that consume plants indirectly. Carnivorous. The process by which plants prepare food for themselves. Photosynthesis. The gas produced by plants during photosynthesis. Oxygen. An animal living in the soil that eats leaves and grass, and leaves behind castings used as fertilizer. Earthworms. Microorganisms in soil that decay dead plants and animals into soil nutrients. Decomposers. Short answers. How are forests useful to forest dwellers? Forests provide people with food, water, shelter, and medicine. Name any 2 products obtained from forests. Timber, medicinal plants, fiber for making clothes, fodder for cattle. What is a food chain? A food chain is a chain in which organisms depend on each other for food. Deforestation leads to migration of many tribal communities. Why? Due to deforestation, tribal people lose their homes and source of livelihood. Deforestation has forced many tribal people to migrate to cities by destroying their homes and sources of livelihood. Short answers. How does cutting down of forests lead to loss of animals? Deforestation leads to loss of birds and animals as they lose their shelter and food, which may lead to death. How is increasing human population responsible for deforestation? Humans cut down trees for making space for industries, construction of dams, houses, roads, and using forest land to grow more crops for the increasing population. All animals and humans depend on plants for survival. Plants provide food, oxygen, shelter, and medicine, including fruits, vegetables, oxygen for breathing, shelter for animals, and natural materials for medicine and clothing. Short answers. What are decomposers? Organisms that decompose or decay dead bodies of plants and animals into nutrients are called decomposers. Examples include bacteria, fungi, and worms. How do plants and animals impact each other in the food chain? Animals get energy directly or indirectly from plants. When animals die and decompose, their nutrients enrich the soil, which is used by plants to grow. State any 2 ways of conserving forests. Avoid excessive cutting down of trees, and encourage afforestation and reforestation. What are consumers? Living beings who directly or indirectly get their food from plants are called consumers. Examples are human beings and animals. Short answers. What will happen if the number of rabbits in the jungle is reduced? If rabbits are reduced, carnivores like lions, wild cats, and others who feed on rabbits will struggle to find food, which will affect the food chain and ecosystem. Who are the adivisis? People who live in and around forests and depend on forests for their livelihood are called adivisis or tribal peoples. Forest dwellers use forest products for their livelihood. For example, timber, medicinal plants, fodder for cattle, making clothes, fuel, fruits, and vegetables. Deforestation in India has forced many tribal communities to migrate because they have lost their homes and sources of livelihood. Short answers. How does cutting down of forests lead to the loss of animals? Cutting down forests causes deforestation. Animals lose their natural habitat, making it difficult to find food and shelter, leading to death and reduction in their number. Explain the oxygen cycle. Plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen during photosynthesis. This oxygen is taken in by both plants and animals. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide, which is needed by plants. How are plants and animals interdependent on each other? Plants give out oxygen during photosynthesis, which is used by animals. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide during respiration, which plants use for photosynthesis. This maintains the oxygen and carbon dioxide level in nature. Short answers. What are the important parts of the food chain, and why? The important parts are producers, consumers, and decomposers. Producers, like plants, convert sunlight into energy. Consumers rely on producers, or other consumers, for energy. Decomposers break down dead organisms, returning nutrients to the soil for use by producers. How are plants dependent on animals? Plants obtain nutrients from decomposed animals, depend on animals for pollination and seed dispersal, and use animal waste as fertilizer to grow. How do trees prevent soil erosion? The roots of trees firmly hold the soil. Study the situation below. Rog kept a potted plant in a dark room. Later, he observed the leaves had turned yellow and withered. Why? For plants to prepare food, sunlight is necessary. Without sunlight, the plant could not prepare food, resulting in yellowing and withering of leaves. If someone grew lots of trees close together, would this be considered a forest? No, planting trees close together does not make a forest. A forest is a complex ecosystem with a natural structure and diverse species of plants and animals. Define the term. Deforestation. Cutting trees in a forest that had trees earlier is called deforestation. Reforestation. Planting new trees on forest land to restore the imbalance caused by cutting down trees is called reforestation. Interdependence. The relationship between living things for survival is called interdependence. Difference. Afforestation is the process of planting trees where there were no trees. Reforestation is the process of planting trees where trees were there, but humans had cut them down. Decomposers are organisms that decompose or decay dead bodies of plants and animals into nutrients, such as bacteria, fungi, and worms. Consumers are living beings who directly or indirectly get their food from plants, such as human beings and animals. Picture study. Name the carnivore in the above image. The answer is lion. Reason. Lion has adaptations like sharp teeth or claws to hunt and eat other animals like rabbit. Where does the rabbit get its nutrition from? Rabbit gets nutrition from carrots. What will happen if the number of rabbits in the jungle is reduced? Carnivores like lions may struggle to find food, leading to a decline in their population. Plant growth may increase due to less grazing, affecting ecosystem balance. The food chain will be disrupted, impacting biodiversity and ecological stability. Picture study. What is the percentage contribution of road construction to deforestation? The answer is 15%. How is agriculture responsible for cutting down trees in Sarita's state? Agriculture is responsible for 55% of the deforestation. What consequences might Sarita's state face due to deforestation? Soil erosion, increased carbon dioxide levels, and disruption of water cycles. Picture study. What does the image show? The answer is oxygen-carbon dioxide cycle. Identify the producers and consumers in the picture. Producers, tree. Consumers, boy, deer, squirrel, and owl. How is the balance in nature maintained, as shown in the picture? Plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis, which is utilized by animals during respiration. Animals, in turn, breathe out carbon dioxide needed by plants during photosynthesis. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Remember, reviewing these questions and answers will help you understand the interdependence of living things even better. Keep learning and exploring.